What's up, man? 205 represent, man. DeAndre, man. I'm back with another video for y'all, man. I contemplated on what I wanted this video to be about. So this next one, it's gonna be in like 2 parts. So, you know what I'm saying? But this video, I wanted it to be why, in my opinion, why people have insecurities about themselves, why people have, low self-esteem, just etc. Why you don't truly value yourself. And these are just my three things. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, mostly through these videos, I'm gonna probably be eating some because I'm a hungry dude. I am. But the 3 things that I'm probably gonna cover 2 other topics, and then the last one I'm gonna put in a separate video. I'm gonna put in a separate video for that one. But the first one I'm gonna start with, honestly, I think really is social media. Now the reason I say social media, and it's not all bad, honestly, it's not all bad, but mostly it's like, if you think about it, bro, this generation, man, social media has really gotten a lot of people. It's got a lot of people to do things that they wouldn't do, and they end up doing. It's gotten people to portray an image that they not. Now, some people they actually are, but some people they not. And you portraying this image that you want others to believe. Now, I got no problem with, like, say for example, if this is really who you are, but if it's not who you are, and you're faking it, you just honestly, in my opinion, you're just trying to go with the crowd. And I ain't never been that one to go with the crowd, to do all this other stuff. I ain't never been that one. But anyways, it's like social media is just, I feel like, and it's really a lot of younger folk. Now, some people use social media to get their brand out there, to do, to use it the right way. But some people, on the other hand, they use it for other things that, just ain't right. And me, honestly, I hate that. And it really has a lot to do with you being strong-minded, because I honestly think, in most cases, if you know what you aren't, can't nobody force you to be it. Like, if you know, for example, you're not a smoker. If you know, for example, you're not these certain things, can't nobody force you to be it. I don't care what people say or what people do. Can't nobody force you to be something that you know you're not. Trust who you are. I really respect the person who trusts who they is, no matter what nobody say. Because everybody gonna have they 2 cents. Everybody gonna say this, that, and third. But as long as you believe in what you want to believe about you, because nobody is you, But social media, I feel like it has a lot to do, because think about it, If ain't nobody got nobody else to talk to, they go to social media. Literally, man, people go to social media for literally anything and everything, man. That's why I say it's good and bad when it comes to that. It's good and bad. Because for me, social media is just entertainment to me. But in some cases, some stuff I learn. Some stuff I know is just entertainment. I can break that barrier of it just being entertainment and not having it affect my mind, you know? Like, I just know at the end of the day, okay, this is entertainment. It's not no more, none less. Like, it's just entertainment. It's not going, hey, it's going to corrupt me. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to try to portray an image that I seen on Instagram or something like that, knowing damn well I'm not this image. And I'm just not going to do that, you know? But it's so many people out here who aren't strong-minded and nothing like that. And in my next video, all these steps are gonna lead to my special note that I have for this. But third, social media. I highly think that's one of the things that's really affecting us right now, you know. But like I said, it's good and bad. Okay, it's good and bad. Number 2. I believe, and I'm going to definitely go deep with this one because it affected me at one point. And I'll tell y'all about that. But number 2 to me is peer pressure. Would you believe it if I told you that, you know, you think some people have their best interests at heart for you, but in reality they don't. Like, for example, you know, and I'll use a girl for example. Like, you got this nice girl you talking to, right? You got this nice girl you're talking to. She look good, all that, this, that, and third. And then you'll have your friends or whatever. They'll go from whatever they know. They'll be like, hey, man, don't fool with her. You know, she this, she that, she this, she that, you know. Don't fool with her. You going off of what your friends say. You necessarily never heard it from her. You never heard her side of the story. And it's, in my opinion, it's 3 sides to every story. It's, excuse me, Jesus. But it's your side, their side, and the truth, you know? So you believe what your friend's saying, like, oh, she this, she that, and you back off. But now you come to think of it, like, because some guys are out this because they ain't never got it, and they don't want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? And some people are really low like that. And because I went through that, and some people are really low like that, and it didn't make sense to me then, but it makes sense to me now, you know. And you'll be amazed how many people go off of what other people say. And it ain't really necessarily about what you say. You're going off of what the other person says. Like, and that's why I see a lot happening nowadays. Everybody going on what this person said. You know, how you feel about something is based on how other people feel about this, you know. And to me, it's not right. I mean, because think about it. That's the whole point of, like, saying school and stuff. People want to be popular because you're going along with what other people saying. And to me, it just sucks. Like, or even, you know, if you're in a relationship, because a lot of times, okay, it's one thing to get, you know, a person that you don't know say, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that. I mean, they don't understand your life. I mean, you hearing them, but at the same time, you're not really hearing them. But when somebody that you know, if it's somebody that is like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your mother or your auntie, anything like that, it's somebody that you know and they say, stuff like, you ain't nothing without me, or you weren't shit until you met me, or you'll do better in this, or you'll do better, you should play sports, or you should do this, you should do that, or like they'll always put their 2 cents in and want you to do something that they wish they could have done, or they say shit like this to uphold power over you. And truly make you feel like that you less than yourself. And I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody is brought on this planet for a different purpose. You don't know how many people are in positions where they are something that they don't want to be. But because so many people or somebody told them this is what they should be doing, they went for it. So now they're frustrated because they're doing something that they didn't want to do. They followed the crowd rather than follow themselves. And for the most part, I really say all that because I want people to just find what's the purpose of you. What's the purpose of you on this planet? I know for me, it's just wanting to share my stories, wanting to, show people that, hey, it's somebody you can relate to. You're not alone in this game. You're not alone, But everybody's purposes are different. And find your purpose. It don't care what people, because at the end of the day, people are going to say what they're going to say. And then it sucks because you have some people who are afraid to be like, hey, I want to be a singer, or hey, I want to be this, I want to be that. They're afraid because they're afraid of how they're going to be judged. And I'm going to tell you right now, as long as you don't judge yourself the way you think people will judge you, you'll be fine. Just trust what you see in you. Trust what God has put in you, Because I'm telling you, if you can see it within yourself, that's all you need. You don't need other people's opinions. You really don't need it, because it ain't gonna mean nothing. I promise you, it's not gonna mean nothing at the end. Like, you'll really see how, like, for example, not everybody who's a rapper now really wanted to be a rapper. Not everybody who's a pastor not even really wanted to be a pastor. They weren't called to do these things, so they half do it. They're not really serious about it, But trust me, if it's what you're called to do, it won't even be no effort. You'll just do it to do it, I mean, why? Because that's what you were called to do, And you don't have, and I've seen so many people in regards, especially in relationships and stuff. And this is where it really like happens for most people at when they're like in these relationships and stuff. And then at first when they, you know, when they're getting to know the person, they're sweet, they're all this, they're everything they want them to be. And about 2 months later or so in a relationship, then all of a sudden they change, you know, and, you know, they're telling them stuff that they couldn't even believe that they're hearing from them, because at first they didn't sound like that, they didn't talk like that, they didn't do all this. But now you have this person now, they went from saying, you know, I love you, to now, you ain't shit without me, you know, or hey, they went from saying, hey, beautiful, to you look better with the other hairstyle, you look ugly with that. Like, it's just crazy, you know. And it's like, man, that's why I also say, and I also said that in my earlier videos, that's why it's important to find out how a person is before you truly get with them. Because so many people will even break you down because they know what type of person you are. They know, some people will even see what you have in you before you see it, and they'll do certain things to keep you at their level. They don't want you to grow. They feel like, you know, you can't grow without me. You can't do nothing else without me. I'm the reason why you've gotten whatever you got, you know. Like, they'll make themselves feel like they're God, and they're not. You know, and it really happens to a lot of women and to guys too, but, you know, mostly with women, because a woman could feel insecure about their body or anything like that because somebody told them, or a guy they was with told them that they look ugly and all. And I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, for all of you, y'all are beautiful, okay? Everyone is beautiful in their own way. And I never wanted to be that person to bring anyone down, you know. Don't ever feel like that. And if you're struggling with that, I want you to really, like, I want you to look in the mirror. And I know at the end of the day, just think, what is one trait that you believe that's really good about yourself? And dwell on that, into that. Dive deeper into it. Why do you feel it's a good trait about you? And I just want you to think about that, because I had to deal with a lot of insecurities, you know. Like, I had to deal with a lot, like, you don't know how many times, like, say back in school and stuff, because my outfits were crazy. They were really crazy. Like I wore long socks, man. I wore sleeves. I ain't even played basketball. Like, it was crazy. But no matter what, I stayed who I was. I didn't change myself for nobody. And I don't care. I got talked about, sure, of course, whatever you want to say. But I never came out of who I was. I stayed who I was. Okay? I knew that I wasn't one to go with the crowd. I just wasn't that person. And whoever, you know, whoever talked about me or anybody, you know, I look how I look now, cool. But I guarantee you, them folk that talked about me, They don't look the same out of where they look. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, man. But like I said, man, trust who you want to be. I respect the person who believes who they are rather than believing someone else's opinions. Because at the end of the day, like I said, they're not you. Anybody who really messes with you is going to love you for you. They're not going to change. They're not going to try to change you. And then on top of that, if they see what you can become, if they a real one, they going to want you to be that person that you set out to be. I'm promising you. Think about it. Think about it. But, you know, because I've seen so many people do stuff that they wouldn't do or mess up their lives due to peer pressure, you know? And now all of a sudden, you in a much worse situation because of peer pressure. And this is why I say, man, be careful. Be careful with what you say to people, because you never know how they're gonna take it. You never know. Like, I was watching something on Netflix. I think it's called I Am a Killer or some, you know, I believe that's what it is. And it was the story of this dude. I forgot his name, but it was the story of this dude. He was in jail doing the time for someone else, actually. I think the other dude did go to jail, but I think he got the death penalty or something. But the dude who was talking about everything that went down, he was on death row. And he said a statement that he never released up till that point. He said when they were in the car, it was a confrontation that the dude got into with the dude that got killed, and they heard it or whatever. So the guy gets back in the vehicle, and the dude that's in jail right now, he says that I told him, I said, you just gonna let him talk to you like that? And that's when the other dude got out and committed the crime. And he said that if he never would have said those words, if he wouldn't have, because he was just playing, but he didn't think he was just playing, you know, he didn't think it. But he said now he was just playing, but he feels like, honestly, if he didn't even let that come out his mouth, like if he didn't even say that, he felt like, he felt like none of this would have happened. But because, again, the dude fell to peer pressure, he felt like he needed to be the tough guy. He felt like, oh, they're going to look at me as a soft one if I don't do what I need to do. He ended up committing a crime, and now this man is on death row. It's, again, we'll get a conscience to know. And that's why I say, again, peer pressure, it can be a good and a bad thing. That's why, because peer pressure is that in between, because you'll have friends that's wanting you to do better, wanting you to thrive, wanting you to do all this stuff. I'm telling you, you'll have them. But you'll also have friends that honestly don't give a damn about you, and they tell you they cool, but they really not. If you don't believe that's true, it's a story about a dude. Jordan Lucas made a song about him. His name is Ross Cappuccino, or something like that. Read his story. That's a true story. Read about his story. You'll have people that say they're your friends, but they're really not. I'm telling you. So, just really. And then the worst part is, it'll be the people that you know, the people that you trust, the people that you feel like you can trust with everything you have. And they stab you in the back, and you would never believe it. You, out of all people, you, like, but you told me you loved me. You told me you cared for me. You told me you would have my back. You told me all this stuff, and man, you do this to me? It's not a feeling you want. And so, if you feel like you have friends like that, if you feel like you have friends that ain't really down for you and nothing like that, ain't really real, because it be in those moments when, you hurting, or you sad, or you down and out, and you have no one to talk to. It be those moments where you know who really got you, and you know who really don't. But then, when you do what you do, watch how many people flock to you. It's just one of them things. Just watch how many people flock to you, man. I mean, the people that's really real with you gonna be with you through your worst. And that's why I say, friends, they come and go. But the true ones that you really need in your life, they gonna stay. I'm telling you, they gonna stay. But yeah, those two, social media and peer pressure, I truly believe are my top two things. Like I said, my first one, I'm gonna have that for another video, because I got a special note along with that one. At the ending of that topic, I got a special note with that one. But yeah, man, like, that's why a lot of people, like, I can feel when somebody is who they truly are, and somebody is pretty much just portraying an image. I done seen so many people try to go with the crowd. I done seen so many people try to be, be someone they not. And they don't stay it forever. I mean, they can stay it, but it's not their true destiny. It's not what they're really supposed to be in this world. And now they're stressed, or they're, excuse me, Jesus. They're stressed, or they're in the hospital due to all the burden they carry, because they're not made to handle it. They're not made to handle it. They weren't called to do that. Cause I can see, man, it's not something that you truly believe. It's something that somebody else believe, and you're just advertising it. You're a follower, man. You're not being a leader. You're a follower. I mean, again, the moment you find that purpose, the moment you find who you really truly are, you don't care what nobody has to say. You gonna do you no matter what. Ain't nobody or no one gonna affect you. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, man. I mean, this is all coming from the heart, man, and it's gonna stay coming from there, man. I just want y'all to understand that, man. For sure. But like I said, it's gonna be 2 parts to this. Really hope y'all enjoy and also listen to what I had to say on those 2 notes, and really just really think about what I've said, and just really let it marinate. Let it marinate. But anyways, man, that's all I got for this one. Part 2 gonna be coming soon, and I think y'all gonna really love that one. Like I said, I got a special note with it, so we're gonna keep it locked in, man. Peace.